morning, guys. This is going to be the hardest video I've done so far, and as far as reselling goes, I hope this is as hard as it gets. I woke up this morning to a little notification on my eBay app, and I was like, oh, maybe I made a sale overnight, that'd be cool. It was a request for a return. My heart sunk, and I was like, what's going on? This was officially my I've made 5. This was from my second sale, so I was really concerned. Jumped out of bed. Well, I didn't jump out of bed. Got out of bed, put glasses on. I checked it, and it was this item here, Apple Pencil, and I'm assuming I can put the buyer's comments down below in pictures. I blocked out the name, obviously, and so, because my store policy, I don't do returns. Right now, starting out, I can't really afford to do that, and plus, I don't want to run the risk of getting scammed, but looking at the pictures and everything, and yeah, so I feel absolutely horrible. So the backstory, I'm not an Apple user. I have Android for tablet, phone, everything. This was actually something my sister had. She said she bought it like 3 years ago and tried it. It was not compatible with her, so she was like, so it sat around for a while, and then I started, and she said, here, you can use this. So I hadn't tested this item. I had no idea that it did not work or it did not charge. I had no idea. If I had known, I would not have sold it. I wouldn't have even taken it. Yeah, so I did accept the return. This is just a quick page of what it is. So my first time doing this, so I had no idea what I was doing, so I kind of took it slow. I've accepted the return. I've paid for shipping. I messaged him apologizing and, saying I've accepted it. And from there, I'm just waiting on him to return it. And eBay, they suggest testing it and then, getting back with the buyer about a refund, a full refund, partial refund, whatever that might be. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. First stop is to get it. So, and this thing, I was checking the delivery status. Took forever to get there. So, yeah. So this will be a video in progress. But, yeah, I just want to let you guys know what the next thing is. So, our first return, which, yeah, and I don't blame him. He was very nice about it, as you saw in the message. He wasn't angry, because he could have been angry because it took forever to get there, and then it didn't work. I know I would be kind of annoyed. So I feel horrible about that, and I am sorry. But we're going to make this right. We're going to sort it out, and because customer service needs to be top priority. So we're going to get through this, and hopefully it all goes well. So until the next update. So I've decided to not make this a really long video. I'm going to just include what has happened today, and then I'll update it with parts as the process goes along. I'm not sure how long the process will take, but that's what we're going to do. I accepted the return, I paid for the shipping label, and I did reach out to the buyer, apologized, said, we'll take care of this, and so now the ball is in his court to get the label and send it back to me, and then from there we'll work things out. And yeah, so that's what's going to happen with that. However, despite having this process in motion, words cannot express how horrible I felt all about this. The defect being on me, because the product wasn't tested. I didn't even consider testing it, honestly. And so that was all on me, and I felt horrible about it. And my thing for this month, I'm trying to list consistently 3 items a day without fail. So I took care of all that, and then I look at stuff to list, and it's like, why bother? Like, I honestly felt like, what's the point? People are going to return stuff, it's not going to work, I'm going to mess up again. So I was feeling really down. Like, I think that this has been my lowest I've been so far, which may sound dramatic, and I know I'm only 3 months into this, so it'll probably have some more low parts along the way, but this has been like the bottom, the lowest I felt. And so, like, I went on YouTube, which is something I do whenever I have, issues with eBay and need answers. So I was looking around things about returning or like for newbie stuff, and I found this channel. It's the Shed Flips channel, and I will link the video that I watched down below. 10 common mistakes new eBayers make, or new eBay sellers make, something to that effect. I'll link it below. And it was like really straightforward. And I found out he has a group on Facebook for resellers, like a big community of people, you know, to like talk about certain things and, you know, to get help and advice and just talk, you know. And so I don't usually join groups on Facebook, and not regularly anyway. And if I do join them, I'm not active on them hardly at all. I'm really bad about keeping in touch with certain things, which is bad. But so I'm like, you know, I'll go ahead and check it out. And so I go there, I join like instant almost, and like there's rules you gotta follow too, you can't just join. And so I scroll through and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna mention this. And I like almost instantly was just flooded with all these like words of just encouragement and just notes of, you know, like keep going, you know, it'll be okay. And I cannot tell you the relief I felt like to know that I'm not alone. It happens to everybody else, and it's okay, you know? So I want to share 5 things I have learned from these people. This is not from me, like words of advice from me. That's just what, like, summed up what I've learned. The first thing I took back was learn from this mistake and move on. Don't let it keep you down. And I think most importantly, keep listing, because I was ready to like not list anything. I didn't want to. I didn't see a point, but keep doing it. It'll be okay. The second thing I got from them is customer service is key. They said that it's good that I did reach out, and I got the ball rolling on that, so that is good. You want to keep your customer in the loop, and so I learned that you need to prioritize customer service. The third lesson that I learned is returns are part of the reselling process. You're not going to get away from it, which is something that I actually wanted to do in the beginning. I mentioned I don't want to do returns because I don't want to get scammed having people just return stuff just for the sake of, you know, returning. And also at this point I can't really afford to do that. So I need to put in place a return policy. I don't have one. I should, but my policy right now is I don't take them. So I do need to update that and figure something out with that. The fourth thing I took back is to test your electronics, which I never even considered doing that. But I did already put this to heart because on my store I also have a DigiRoot, which is like a stylus, but it's compatible with all devices. I tested it on my phone right here. I tested it on my Kindle device and my tablet, so it does work. So I feel much better. It is the only other electronic I have on my page. And the last thing I took away, one commenter said, because I mentioned that I'm doing 3 a day consistently, she said to make up for this, list 4 a day for a week without fail, and to make up for it. So I've already put that into practice. I listed 4 today, and so my week today is Thursday the 10th. My week will be next Thursday the 17th. And I want to see what happens. I'm intrigued to see. I'm not sure exactly how badly a return affects your store's like seller status or anything. So I don't know. I'm going to find all this out, and yeah. So in conclusion, keep listing. Don't stop. Don't get discouraged. It happens to everybody. So many people commented saying, you know, I've been there, and some with even bigger money value lost. So I don't feel as bad. I feel like, you know, it's not just me. Other people do this and they've been at it for 10, 20 years. So, and I'm only 3 months in. So I feel a lot better. So I said all that to say this: when you do start selling, make sure you have a community to, you know, to talk to and everything, because I can't tell you how good I felt after I started like getting those comments and knowing that I'm not alone, because I can watch the YouTube videos all day, I can talk to my family out there about it, but actually talking to other sellers who have been there and not just watching them talk, but like interacting, talking to them, oh, it's 100% different. Like I didn't think it would be that big of a difference, but it is. So I do recommend doing that. But the 5 things I listed, that is not from me. That's just things I've that I learned from them. Like, I don't take credit for any of those. That's all them. So yeah, so that is for today, and like I said, I'll do a part 2 when we update, when we find out when the buyer gets back with me about that. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep listing. So y'all have a great day. Bye.